everyone, it's Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and it's July, which means if you've been watching our channel for a while, Christmas in July. So we try to do Christmas related videos in July pretty regularly. We've done it for the last few years. Last year I think we made every video in July Christmas. This year we're not quite doing the same thing. We are going with sort of one video a week from both Jess and I. So you should, for most weeks, have 2 videos a week from us that are Christmas themed, and at least 1, if not 2 videos that are just regular videos. We didn't want to overwhelm everyone with Christmas videos, but this is the time that we do our December dailies. So I had not started my December daily before this video. So this year I am doing a 6x12 album. 6x12, that's not true. 6x8 album. And I am using Cocoa Vanilla Studios Merry Days collection. Pretty much exclusively. There are a few bits and pieces like this piece of vellum, acetate, that I'm adding now. So there's a few bits and pieces I've bought in from my stash, but predominantly I'm using the Cocoa Vanilla Studio Merry Days collection. So I'm basically going to be filming just full page 6x8 layouts for my December daily videos. However, I am mainly doing pocket page for December daily. It's just not that interesting to film for me personally. So I decided to only film my full page layouts. Now, what I also did in advance was all of my journaling I typed up in December when I was living through December daily. I typed up my journaling, and I'm actually going, for the first time ever, I am going with 31 Christmas stories, not what happened each day in December, if that makes sense. So this particular story that I'm telling on this day, which is day 9, but it doesn't really matter, is a picture of me. You might not be able to tell because it's a abstract picture, but it's me in the bath, and all you can see is my feet, but they're covered in bubbles, and a few of Lincoln's toys on the edge of the bath. And the story that I'm telling is about self-care. So I'll read my journaling because I don't mind sharing. So my journaling says, with Lincoln having his surgery and being home with me for 2 weeks, I haven't had much time for self-care lately. So I went off for a much needed osteo visit and made time in my workday for a quick relaxing bath the first day Lincoln went back to childcare. I really needed it. I think all the stress and anxiety of the surgery and recovery caught up to me, and I fell in a bit of a heap. A good reminder that we can't fill from an empty cup, and to be a good mother, partner, friend and work colleague, I have to take care of myself. So that's my journaling. I am wanting to use up, as I said, some Christmas supplies. So these stickers that I'm using, I don't know what they're called. I apologise. They're a few years old, and I've only got a few left. They're a wood grain chipboard sticker title set. And I use this one that says warm and cozy, which, as you know, I live in Australia. We have Christmas during summer, so it is certainly warm, but I felt warm and cozy kind of fitted because I was in the bath, and I used it. It's lost its stick though, these stickers, so I am sticking them down with wet glue. I added a little house and then just a couple of love hearts from the Cocoa Vanilla Studio ephemera pack. I also added this wood veneer that says live more. I think that's a Kaiser Craft wood veneer actually. And then I also come in with some teeny tiny hearts, little puffy hearts from my stash. So I've had them for years. I bought them from a random little Asian $2 shop type place here, and I've never found them since. And believe me, I look every time I go into those shops, but I have not found them since. But they're cute and puffy and gorgeous, but it's about time I use them, so I am not being afraid to use them. Now, just a note about what I'm doing here. So Cocoa Vanilla Studio, being an Australian company, they print their little paper stack is not 6x8 size, it's actually A5. So it's just a little bit shorter than 6x8. So I needed to add just a tiny strip of pattern paper to the side. I don't need to add it. It would be fine in the pocket without it, but it's definitely a little small, for the pocket, and it does move around if I don't add that little pattern paper strip. So I'm adding that. And this story, which is day 10, is about what I'm drinking essentially. So I've taken a couple of photos of my teacup in front of just my little Christmas decorations. I had a tiny tree this year, and so I just 100% staged these photos, and I will not deny it. I staged these photos specifically for this story, but that's okay. And I will read you my journaling because that probably explains the staging of the photos better than I will. So my journaling says, I'm not often envious of those in the Northern Hemisphere and their white Christmas. But one thing I do envy is hot chocolate / cocoa. I saw a great recipe for a slow cooker hot chocolate. I really want to give it a try, but it's just so hot here. I'll have to make a note to try it in winter. My go-to drink this season is, and always will be, tea. I'm a creature of habit and I can't cope without my daily cup of tea. If I'm feeling particularly adventurous, I'll even have 2 cups. My beautiful work colleague, Ange, gifted me a fun tea advent calendar this year as a little pick-me-up gift after Lincoln's surgery. I am enjoying trying a whole range of new-to-me tea flavours, a far cry from my stock-standard English breakfast. So that's my journaling, which, as you can see, I'm chopping up now. So I just printed my journaling on regular printer copy paper, nothing special about it. It was just, it's the thin copy paper, which it is trickier to stick down, and you can definitely tell it's thinner paper that I've printed it on, but that's okay. I did a lot of journaling this year, which is probably the first time I've done this much journaling, and I guess because I wrote my stories in advance, I wrote them sort of, as I was living them. So I definitely had a lot more to say, which is not a bad thing. So I've definitely gone much heavier on the journaling this year, or this is for my 2020 December daily. And so, yeah, it definitely, I think I'm going to enjoy reading back over it, despite the fact that it's not my usual style, which is just a basic kind of journal of what I did every day in December. And this one being the Christmas stories, I think has definitely a different approach for me. And so far, I mean, it's early in July when I'm filming these voiceovers, and I've only done maybe 2, 3, 4, 8 pages of my December daily, or 8 stories, I should say. So I've got quite a few more to go. I am hoping to finish it in July, but we'll see how we go. So I'm just trimming up my journaling. So as I said, I printed it out on regular copy paper, and I'm just trimming it to size, and then I will stick it all down with wet glue. I find the strips are too small for my ATG, and the copy paper is too flimsy for ATG. If you use an ATG gun, it will probably make sense, but it's not very easy to do with an ATG. Now I'm just digging through my stash of ephemera. So this is the ephemera from Cocoa Vanilla Studio Merry Days, but I also threw in a few other bits and pieces. So let me see if I've got the package. I don't know if I do. I'm just seeing. It's from their tags, a set of tags. Oh, they're from Snow and Cocoa, Crepe Paper Snow and Cocoa. When was that collection? 2017. There you go. So that Snow and Cocoa collection was in 2017. And I had a tag, just a set of tags. And so I threw those in as well because I really want to use them up. And then you can see I've only got a couple of stickers left on that sticker sheet, one of which says Noel. I just threw that on as a title. And then I'm adding in some small embellishments at the top and the bottom. So I thought about adding that snowflake wood veneer, but I think I end up going with not that. Spoiler alert, not that. I think I end up going with a Christmas ornament. So you could see me there. I just started to stick down my journaling with glue. I decided to stick down my journaling first and then finish off my embellishments later, just to make sure I had enough room for my journaling, because as I said, there's a lot of it. So I just wanted to make sure that was all set to go. I did do my little embellishment cluster down the bottom, so I'd already stuck that down, so I just used a little ticket, and I had a little December round piece. That is actually from Elle Studio. I used an Elle Studio kit last year, so for my 2019 December daily, I used Elle Studio collection, which I really enjoyed. So I had just a tiny couple of bits left over from that, but not a lot, but I thought I would try and use those up. And then just to finish everything off, I'm coming in with, I don't know what colour this is, but they're Nouveau Drops. So I'm just adding Nouveau drops. Now, funnily enough, with my 6x8 layouts, I have tended towards 2 clusters, not 3, not the rule of thirds. I don't know, it felt better for some reason, felt more balanced. So these 2 layouts will go back to back in my album. So story 8 and story 9. No, story 9 and story 10. So here are the close-ups. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy our Christmas layouts this month. So whatever you are doing, I hope you're well, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.